Hello there, I'm Christian Ledgato. This video is made for Midterm Project. The topic is software testing and quality assurance. What is software testing? There are several definitions of this software testing. Testing is the process of establishing confidence that a program or system does not what it is supposed to. Die Hetzel 1973. The other one, testing is the process of executing a program or system with the intent of finding errors. By Myers 1979. Testing is an activity aimed at evaluating an attribute or capability of a program or system and determining that it meets required results. By Hetzel 1983. What is software testing? One of very important software development basis. A software process based on well-defined software quality control and testing standards. Testing methods, strategy, test criteria, and tools. Engineers perform all types of software testing activities to perform a software test process. The last quality checking point for software on its production line. Software testing is about testing a future of applying test data to get results and then comparing actual result with the expected result. Expected result equals from client side. Actual result is obtained after test executed. It is not only finding the defect in the software in the SW, it is the completely dedicated discipline of evaluating the quality of SW. Who does the testing? It depends on the process and the associated stakeholders of the project. In the IT industry, large companies have a team with responsibilities to evaluate the developed software in context of the given requirements. Moreover, developers also conduct testing which is called unit testing. In most cases, the following professionals are involved in testing a system within their respective capabilities. Software testers, software developer, project lead, manager, and end user. Different companies have different significant for people who test the software on the basis of their experience and knowledge, such as software tester, software quality assurance engineer, QA analysis, and HR. It is not possible to test the software anytime during a cycle. The next section is A2M testing should start and when to end during the SDLC. Why testing is important? Software testing is required to point out defects and errors that were made during the development phases. It is essential since it makes sure of the customer's reality and the satisfaction with the application. It is very important to ensure the quality of the product. The quality of product delivered to the customer helps in gaining your confidence. Testing is necessary in order to provide the facilities to the customers like the delivery of high-quality product or software application which require lower maintenance costs and hence result into more accurate, consistent, and reliable results. Testing is required for an effective performance of software and application of product. It's important to ensure that the application should not result into failure because it can be very expensive in the future or in the later stages of development. It's required to stay in the business. To my own understanding, software testing is very important since mostly the user of this is the end user, or you could say the customer. There are 7 principles of software testing. Testing shows Number 1. Testing shows presence of defects. Testing can show the defects are present, but cannot prove that there are no defects. Even after testing the application or a product through, you cannot say that the product is 100% defect-free. Number 2. Exhaustive testing is possible. Testing everything, including all combinations of inputs and conditions, is not possible. So instead of doing the testing, we can use lists and priorities to focus test efforts. Number 3. Early testing. In the software development life cycle, testing activities should start as early as possible and should be focused on defined objectives. Number 4. Defect clustering. A small number of modules contains most of the defects discovered during pre-release testing and shows the most operational failures. Number 5. Pesticide paradox. If the same kinds of tests are repeated again and again, eventually the same set of test cases will no longer be able to find any new bugs to overcome this pesticide paradox. Number 6. Testing is context-dependent. Testing is basically context-dependent. Different kinds of sites are tested differently. For example, safety-critical software is tested differently from an e-commerce site. Absence of errors fallacy. If the system build is unusable and does not fulfill the user's needs and the expectations, then finding the fixing the fix does not help. There are 5 stages of software testing fundamental. The first one is test planning and control. The second one, test analysis and design. The third one, test implementation execution. The fourth one, evaluating exit criteria and reporting. And the last one, test closure activities. These are the process of 5 phases of fundamental test process. The first one is test planning and control, and next to test analysis and design. And the next process is test implementation and execution. It can also in the third phases. It can turn back to test analysis and design because it picks test design and repeat. In this third part, it picks component or test cases, sleep and repeat. After that, going to another phase is evaluating exit criteria and reporting. In this process, after making this process, it will turn back to test analysis and design to fix the X design and repeat. And it also can work to again to test plan and control. It picks component, test plan and repeat. After this repeating process, it will go to the last phases, the test closure activities. QA and QC and testing, quality assurance and quality control. Most people get confused when it comes to pin down the difference among quality assurance, quality control, and testing. Although they are relating and to some extent they can be considered as same activities, but there exist distinct points that set them apart. The following table lists the parts of that difference: QA, QC, and testing. In quality assurance, it includes activities that ensure the implementation of process, procedures, and standards in context to verification of to develop the software intended requirements. In quality control, it includes activities that ensure the verification of the well-developed software with respect to documented or not in some cases requirements. In testing, it includes activities that ensure that ensure the identification of bugs, error, defects in a software. And quality assurance focuses on process and procedures rather than conducting actual testing in the system. While in quality control focuses on quality testing by executing the software with the aim to identify the bugs, defects through implementation procedure and process. In testing focuses on actual testing. In quality assurance of process-oriented activities, it's preventive activities. In quality control, it is corrective process. In testing, it is preventive process. In quality assurance, it is subset of software test life cycle. Quality control can be considered as the subset of quality assurance. Testing is the substance control. Software testing ISO standard. Some of the other standards related to QA testing process are mentioned below. IEE 829 test documentation. Other one, IEEE 830, a guide for developing system requirement specification. The other one, IEEE 730, a standard for software quality assurance plans. The other one, IEEE 1008 unit testing. The other one, IEEE 12207, a standard for software lifecycle processes and lifecycle data. The other one, BS 7925-1, vocabulary of terms in software testing. And the last one, BS 7925-2, software component testing standard. These types of testing. There are types of testing. This section describes the different types of testing that may be used to test a software during SDLC. This one, manual testing. Manual testing includes testing a software manually without using any automated tools or any script. In this type, the tester takes over the role of an end user and tests the software to identify any unexpected behavior or bug. There are several different stages for manual testing, such as unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and user acceptance testing. Testers can use test plans, test cases, or test scenarios to test the software to ensure the completeness of testing. Manual testing also includes exploration testing, as testers explore the software to identify errors in it. And the second type of testing is automation testing. Automation testing, which is also known as test automation, is when the tester writes script and uses another software to test the product. This process involves automation of a manual process. Automation testing is used to run test scenarios that were performed manually, quickly, and repeatedly. Software testing tools. The following tools can be used for automation testing: HP Quick Test Professional, Selenium, IBM Relational Function Tester, Shield Test, Test Complete, Testing Anywhere, WinRunner, Load Runner, Visual Studio Test Professional, Whatever. Testing method. The type of testing Number 1, white box testing. Unit testing. Part of white box testing is unit testing and structural testing. The second one, black box testing, and these are the part. Functional testing. Sorry about that. Integration testing, system testing, usability testing, compatibility testing, configuration testing, concurrency testing, and the last one, non-functional testing. And these are the parts: security testing, automation testing, performance testing, load testing, stress testing, volume testing, recovery testing. Documentation. Testing documentation involves the documentation of artifacts that should be developed before or during the testing software. Documentation for software testing helps in estimating the testing effort required, test coverage required, tracking, tracing, and etc. This section describes some of the commonly used documented artifacts related to software testing, such as test plan, test scenario, test case, and traceability matrix. Just wait a minute. Sorry for the wait. This slide is skill required to become a software tester. Following skills are indispensable to become a good software tester. Compare your skills set against the following checklist to determine whether software testing is really for you. The first one is verbal and written communication. Passion, technical skills, analytical skills, attitude, and productivity. If you have these skills, it means you are a good software tester. But it still depends on your personality or your skills. The next slide is skill required to become a software tester. A good software tester should have sharp analytical skills. Analytical skills will help break up complex software systems into smaller units to gain better understanding and create corresponding test cases. A good software tester must have strong technical skills. This would include high level of proficiency in tools like MS Office, OpenOffice, etc. Testing tools like UTP, load runner, etc. And of course, deep understanding of the application under test. A good software test must have a good verbal and written communication skill. Testing at times could be a demanding job, especially during the release of code. A software tester must efficiently manage workload, have high productivity, achieve with optimal time management and organization skills. To be a good software tester, you must have great attitude, an attitude to test update, detailed orientation, willingness to learn and suggest process improvements. The last one is to excel in any professional job. One must have a great degree of the passion for it. A software tester must have passion for his field. But how do you tell whether you have passion for software testing if you have never tested before? Software tester is a good job, but it's not easy to do the job of software testing. I hope you have a lot of passion to do this, and a lot of experience is software testing. The other slide, academic background. Academic background of software tester should be in computer science. A BTech, PE, MCA, BCA, BSc computers will land your job easily. If you do not hold any of these degrees, then you must complete software certification like ISTQB and CSTE, which help you learn software development, test lifecycle, and other methodologies. See these academic backgrounds. If you are a part of computer science, you can easily land the job easily. About even BTech, PE, MCA, BCA, and BSc. If you have this kind of course, you will land it easily. But if you are not a part of the computer science, don't worry. You can learn a bit, but you must complete a software testing certification like ISTQB and CTST, which help you learn software development, test lifecycle, and other testing methodologies. I'm sure this is not an easy test to land the job. Career options for software professionals. See this picture. I'm not going to explain this now. Just see it. Career option for software professionals. As mentioned above, from the test engineer, one can move to senior test engineer, test lead to test manager, else can become QA lead, QA manager. The options available in the testing tools side are enormous. There are numbers of personal performance security testing tools besides test management tools like quality control from HP, CQTM from IBM, and Azure. The demand for niche skills like SOA tester, security tester are on the increase. There is a dearth I don't know what is. There are skills in test automation areas. Sleeping skills in the tools languages like PA, Java, and other sleeping languages like Perl, Shell, Python, and Azure. Technical resources with capabilities to evaluate automation tools, create automation framework, and reusable components are on demand. Always there is demand for good testers who can analyze the performance test result, identify the bottleneck, and suggest tuning techniques. Remuneration software tester. The salary of software tester in India. This is what it says. The average pay for software tester is Rs 300,010 per year. People in this job don't have more than 10 years experience, especially strong employment salary for this job. The special English paper is the most are test automation, test learning, and SQL. Software tester on salary in the United States. A software tester earns an average salary of $55,000 per year. Most people with this job move on to other positions after 20 years in this career. The highest paying skills associated with this job are ASP.NET and .NET. Career path of tester. Scope testing. Software testing professionals are in use demand both India and abroad. Indian testing board has more than 30,000 certified testers. International Software Testing Qualification Board Foundation level exam. It is a global accepted certification for software tester. Software testing is more challenging domain. At the same time, it offers lucrative salary package for targets. Today, hundreds of new software applications launched in the market. As a result, there is a huge demand of software testers who can validate software product at various levels. According to recent survey, India is going to be the popular software outsourcing destination in the world because of its operational efficiency and talented workforce. As a software tester, your career advancement will follow the following hierarchy: junior test engineer, senior test engineer, team lead, and project manager. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you will learn something about it. And thank you. Goodbye.